Well-formed outcomes is one of the NLP techniques that is of great use in the workplace. It's a way of setting goals that makes them feel real and achievable. And as a way of setting goals, it makes the SMART framework seem like nothing more than a children's toy. Helping someone find a goal that is truly desirable to them, but also very good for them, is a valuable managerial skill. It starts with the question, what do you want? Make sure that the answer they give is stated in the positive. It's all too easy for us to say what we don't want. But if they do struggle to articulate it, then fine. Find out what they don't want, and then ask them to explore what the opposite of that might look like. A good question to start that conversation is, what are you doing or feeling, or do you have that you no longer want to be doing or feeling or have? Then you can ask, what would you like instead? Next, you can find out their evidence procedure by asking, how will you know when you've got it? This question can help the goal feel far more real. It can also help them to verify when they've achieved their goal and so feel satisfied by the achievement. The wording of the question also presupposes that they will succeed. Compare it with the alternative, how would you know if you got it, which is a lot weaker. You can make the evidence procedure even more specific with a question like, what will you see, hear, and feel when you've got it? The more you can elicit powerful sensory language in the way that they describe their outcome, then the more compelling that outcome will be. Now, make sure the goal is set in a sound context. When and where do you want it? Push them for answers that are as specific as possible. This question is sometimes known as an ecology check, making sure that the goal is in the right place at the right time. You can further strengthen the ecology check, making sure it is the right thing for them, with a question like, for what purpose do you want it? Now provide them with the motivation to work on their goal. Ask, what will you get when you've got it? Alternative versions of this question include things like, what will you gain when you have it? What will you lose when you have it? What will have happened once you've got it? And if you want to boost their motivation even further, you could ask, what will happen if you don't get it? Now it's time to help them think about resources. What resources do you have to help you achieve this outcome? These could be financial resources, material resources, or people who can support them through their efforts to achieve their outcome. You can follow this up with questions like, what other resources might you need? Who can help you get these resources? Where can you get these resources for yourself? Finally, give them that final push to get started with something like, what are you going to do to begin now to get what you want? And you may want to give them some help by asking a question like, what's the first step you're going to take? At all times, a well-formed outcome must be good for the owner. It must be realistically achievable and stated in the positive. And it must be initiated by the owner and maintained by them as well, at least up until the point where they determine it's no longer the right outcome for them. But if you can articulate a well-formed outcome for yourself or help someone to articulate a well-formed outcome for themselves, then you create the best chance of success. Please do give this video a like if you've enjoyed it or learned from it. I'll be creating loads more great management courses videos for you, so please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.